by asking both my mom and dad why we never travel to exotic lands. We only ever really visit friends, nothing to tell when the summer ends. We never really went buying.
21 Rockstar families, welcome to our weekly VODCAST. I hope that you guys are having an absolutely extraordinary weekend. I hope that you were able to enjoy some of that incredibly warm weather yesterday. We have an incredibly awesome, exciting, and exceptional week on the plan books for this week, guys. So, I have a couple of quick announcements, and then I'm going to send you right off to the strategy session. First of all, I would like to congratulate this week's Rockstar of the Week, Mr. Malachi Bridgeforth. Malachi put forth incredible effective effort all throughout the week, in addition to being an incredible mentor during our kindergarten academy time. I couldn't be more proud of Malachi, and that is why he is this week's Rockstar of the Week. Congratulations goes out to Malachi. Coming up on Wednesday, guys, we have our field trip, our 5th grade field trip to the U.S. Natural History Museum in Washington, D.C. Just a couple of quick reminders for that trip. Scholars, remember to wear your blue Room 21 Riker Rockstar t-shirt for that day. That'll just help your chaperones and myself to see you more clearly and to make sure that we're all staying within our groups that we are assigned to. Additionally, make sure that you guys bring a lunch if you did not sign up to have a lunch from the cafeteria. Now, I would suggest to put it into in a completely disposable bag. That way, as soon as you guys are done with lunch, and you don't have to have kind of carry around a lunch bag or anything like that. I would just put it in a grocery bag or something. If you need one, I can give you one here in class, guys. I'm trying to think of any other announcements for the trip. I think you guys are pretty good to go. Just make sure blue Room 21 Riker Rockstar t-shirt and your lunch. That is coming up on Wednesday. In addition, guys, coming up next Thursday, April 6th, we have the 2nd annual KWBES Innovation Showcase happening here at Barrett from 6:30 to 8 p.m. Every single student, K to 5, is going to have projects on display, different things they've been working on, and some students are even going to be performing in the activity room. In fact, our class will be performing at 7:40 p.m. that night in the activity room with Mrs. Moore, our music teacher. They're going to be singing a song and also playing on the percussion bucket. So I hope that all the Room 21 Rockstars can make it out to that night. Again, that is on April 6th. From 6:30 to 8 p.m. Additionally, we will have science projects on display here in Room 21 as well. So it's going to be an amazing night. It's free for the entire family. And check out all the other amazing things that we're going to have happening all throughout the building. So you don't want to miss it. It's going to be exceptional, guys. The only other thing that I want to discuss with you guys for the week, this is going to be coming home with your scholar tomorrow. This is the beginning of our science review here in 5th grade. So our science SOL coming up in May is composed of both the 4th and 5th grade content that scholars learned. So, and as you can see, there's a ton of topics. Now the things here at the bottom are things that we've covered in 5th grade, but everything right up here is our 4th grade review. What we do is we start this tomorrow. So tomorrow in class, we will review the scientific process, which is topic A. When you open your book, you're going to find that the topics are labeled. So this page is topic A, if you can see that label right there. We review this topic tomorrow, and then we have a 5 to 10 question quiz on it on Tuesday. And then we move on to motion, which is letter B in the booklet. That review is going to happen on Tuesday, and our assessment will be on Wednesday. This calendar is on here. Scholars, you are responsible for bringing this to and from class each day. And Room 21 Rockstar families, just make sure you support your scholar and studying this each and every night. So our SOL Science Review begins tomorrow. I'll be explaining more and answering any questions that scholars have about this tomorrow, but every scholar is going to come home with this orange booklet with all of the study guides within. Okay, so that is something that is beginning tomorrow, and I explain a little more about this booklet in the strategy session today here on this VODCAST in a couple of minutes later down the road on the VODCAST. So at this time, I'm going to send you guys off to the strategy session with Mr. Riker. Hey Room 21 Rockstars, welcome to our weekly strategy session at the home of Room 21, RikerRockstars.weebly.com. I have a ton of strategies to get to this week, but first I'm going to tell you something a little different I'm going to do this week with the secret hashtag. So all throughout this strategy session this week, scholars, I am going to have a couple of words throughout the next 5 minutes of this video. You have to piece together the words to uncover the entire secret hashtag for the week. And because it takes a little more effort on your part, I am going to make it worth 10 house points this week. So let me say that again. I'm going to have words scattered throughout the strategy session of the VODCAST this week. And you have to take those words, write them all down as the VODCAST goes, and then put them together. And that will give you the entire secret hashtag for the week that you have to come in and say at some point during the week of March 27th. So let's get going off on our strategy session. A couple of quick things that I want to show you guys. First of all, like I was talking about in the intro today, this is where you can find the SOL Science review materials. Say that you maybe forget your booklet at school one day. I have them available not only here, but also on our classroom page. So tomorrow night is our scientific process night. So that's section A in your study guide. You are going to study that, and then your quiz will be on Tuesday. And then on Tuesday, we'll have motion, and then your quiz will be on Wednesday, and so forth. Now, where do you find all of those things within the study guide? Well, what you're going to find is the study guides are both here. So first, we're totally focused on our 4th grade science review, and then we'll jump over to the 5th grade science review. So tomorrow night, you're studying this page, and in your booklet, you're going to find that this is going to be labeled with a letter A right here. Now, why is that helpful? Well, if you look right here, you will see that under scientific process, it's labeled A. So you go to that label, that letter, and you'll be able to find your study tool. So like I was talking about in the intro today, guys, these are always going to be available on our classroom on the home page. Notice I'm on the home page the entire rest of the school year for you to use as we go ahead and take all of those different ideas and study those each night. So the expectation is that you're going home, scholars, and studying those each and every night. So at this time, I'm going to give you the first word for the secret hashtag this week, and the first word is all. The first word is all. Remember, you're going to have to piece these together all throughout the VODCAST as you are watching. So the first word is all. Now, the other areas that I would go ahead and direct you guys, if you go to the Parents tab and then go to the weekly newsletter session, you'll also find that our newsletter is up here that has a ton of stuff that you can do to additionally earn house points for the week. If you flip to the second page here, you're going to find some perimeter area and circumference work, as well as the Google Classroom question of the week. You can either answer it on Google or you can answer it here. This time I'm looking for a detailed response as to your favorite moment from our Kindergarten Academy time that took place last Thursday. Now let's jump on over to the VODCAST section this week, guys. And at this point, I'm going to give you the second word for our secret hashtag of the week, and that is going to be aboard. Okay, our second word for the secret hashtag of the week is aboard. So write that down, and let's get on moving with our VODCAST. So anything that we have already covered, scholars, that we are not covering currently in class, here is worth 1 point for the week, as long as you bring in your work. So that would include measuring angles, classifying triangles, classifying quadrilaterals, area and perimeter work. That would also include volume, diameter, radius, circumference, and this is what is new and worth 2 house points for the week. Our customary and metric unit section of the VODCAST. If you bring in any of your work from that, you'll get 2 house points for each of those problems. So that's kind of the new element. So anything above this line is going to be worth 1 house point. Anything inside of the box is going to be worth 2 house points. And that goes right along the IXL sites with what we're studying right now in class, guys. Our math no guessing riddle of the week is up and new. It's worth 10 house points if you bring in all of your work. Okay, I also still kept up the TEI practice with the perimeter area, volume, and circumference work right here, guys. You can earn 10 house points if you complete those problems. Bring them in, show me your work on a sheet of paper. You'll get some house points there as well. Now, this is the next section that we're going to go ahead and look at. Now, you guys are going to have to really think about this because there are a few things on here that we'll be covering throughout the week. So you may want to wait until a little closer toward the end of the week to work on this, or you may decide to just go with a couple of them. So for instance, these are the ones that you could definitely work on. Width of a textbook, distance across a bedroom, distance across town, length of a tabletop, and distance around a field. So that all deals with length, scholars, and that you can think about the different measurements of length that we've been doing. And what I'm looking for is, how would you measure that? With what unit would you measure that? What unit would give you the most accurate measurement? So if you think about a textbook and I want to find the width, am I going to use inches, feet, or yards? most likely inches with the width of a textbook. So that would be my answer here, guys. I'm not looking for actual measurements. I'm looking for what unit would you use in terms of length. Now, we've already gone over the U.S. customary units of length. Then we will go over tomorrow the metric units of length. So like I said, scholars, you may want to hold on this part until a little later in the week when you have time to actually kind of think about that and dissect that. But it is available there, and the whole page, as soon as you're done, will be worth 10 house points if you bring in your work. So that's available there. Our math challenge of the week is available and up and ready to go here. I really love this one, scholars, because it deals with the perimeter and area like we've been talking about, but it really gives you a great challenge for the week. So I'm going to make that worth 15 house points for the week. Our writing fix of the week is still available. That's writing a haiku for Hannah's Suitcase. Remember, a haiku is composed of 3 lines. The first line has 5 syllables, second line 7 syllables, third line 5 syllables. Bring it in for 10 house points that you can earn later in the week, scholars. And finally, guys, the last word for our secret hashtag, and you have to piece together all 3 words for the secret hashtag this week, is going to be mateys. Our third word is going to be mateys. So piece together all 3 words, come in, say it with some incredible passion, and you will earn yourself 10 house points, scholars, for the week. Now I'm going to get you guys back over to Mr. Reichard in person. Okay, Room 21 Rockstars, I hope that those strategies were successful. As always, give me some feedback. In addition, if you guys ever have any questions, comments, or concerns, do not hesitate to contact me in any way that you would like, and I will be there to answer your questions, comments, whatever you may have. As always, you guys are the incredibly best families in Stafford County, and I'll see you on the VODCAST next week.
By asking both my mom and dad why we never travel to exotic lands. We only ever really visit friends.